Level 1. A village burning. Samurai on horseback moving through smoke. You are 8 years old, watching from a rice field. Your father's body in the mud, his farming tools beside him. He died holding them, not weapons. A temple, monks taking you in. You sleep on stone. You sweep steps before dawn every morning. A traveling samurai stopping at the temple, his sword catching the light. You unable to look away. On the third morning, he places a wooden sword on the steps. He walks away without looking back. A lord's castle on a hill. Gates opening. You walking through. 12 years old. Everything behind you smaller. A training yard. Boys your age bleeding and bowing and getting up and bleeding again. Your face in the dirt. The instructor standing over you, waiting. You get up. He nods once. 5 years. Dawn to dusk. Wood becoming steel. Bruises becoming calluses. Your first real blade placed in your hands. The instructor looking for fear, finding none. An ashigaru, a foot soldier, the lowest rank that carries a weapon in battle. 2 armies colliding on a river plain. The sound nothing any training prepared you for. The man next to you going down. You closing the gap without thinking. A siege, arrows and boiling water coming down. Ladders going up anyway. You reaching the top of a wall first. Your lord riding through survivors. He stops at you, looks down, rides on. This is noticed. Level 2. A samurai now. A real sword at your hip, the weight different from anything before. A duel outside a market town. A ronin insulting your lord's name. Your sword drawn before your mind decides. 30 seconds. The ronin on the ground. A crowd that wasn't there before. Your lord hearing by evening. He summons you. You kneel. He promotes you. A diplomatic mission. A neighboring lord's court. Smiling faces. Every sentence meaning something different underneath. An assassination attempt on the road home. 3 men from the trees. Over before it fully begins. A unit commander now. 30 men. A night raid on an enemy encampment. Moving through darkness in silence. Torches set. Chaos erupting. Your unit withdrawing before the enemy organizes. Clean. No losses. A failed raid 1 month later. 2 men dead. Their names carried in your chest from that day forward. A spy inside your lord's court. Your job to find him. Nothing written. Nothing spoken to anyone. Level 3. 3 months of watching. The spy found. His removal arranged quietly. No trial. No announcement. Gone. A senior retainer. One of 12 men your lord trusts with his life and his secrets. A betrayal. A general selling information to a rival clan. You bringing evidence to your lord personally. The general's execution in the courtyard. Your lord watching from above. You standing below. A rival army. 30,000 men. Your lord has 12,000. Your plan chosen. A narrow mountain pass. 3 days in the pass. Your 12,000 holding. Every hour costing everything. The rival army withdrawing on the 4th morning. Standing in the pass. Alive. Your lord before his surviving men. He points at you. The army's eyes turning. You bow. Land granted. Rice fields. A village. A house on a hill. Yours now. A daimyo. Farmers bowing as you ride through your village. The wait arriving the first morning after. Seeing their faces. Level 4. A drought. Your grain stores opened before your advisors recommend it. Your farmers eat. Your stores empty. A neighboring daimyo pushing men into your rice fields. You riding to the border with 50 men. The challenge withdrawn by evening. A letter to the shogun requesting tax reconsideration. Your advisors calling it dangerous. The reconsideration granted. A coalition forming against the shogunate. 3 daimyo asking you to join. The risk is everything. 3 nights considering. On the 4th morning, your answer sent. You are with them. A battle where your domain's survival depends on a flanking maneuver nobody believes will work. The maneuver working. The enemy line collapsing. Your name and dispatches reaching the capital. A betrayal within the coalition. 1 daimyo switching sides. Your flank suddenly exposed. 3 days of fighting retreat. Holding long enough for the coalition to regroup. Losing men every hour. The war ending. A new order forming. The betraying daimyo's domain absorbed. His family exiled. The lesson clear. Level 5. Peace. The most dangerous condition for a man whose skills are war. Your son beginning his training. Wooden sword. Instructor looking for fear, finding none. Your blood showing. Your son returning from his first battle, hands shaking. You pour tea. You say nothing about the shaking. A final campaign. Small, border dispute. You riding with your men one more time. They ride differently, knowing you are there. The dispute resolved without battle. Your presence enough. Riding home, watching your men from a ridge. Retirement. A small house at the edge of your domain. A garden, a sword on the wall. Dawn. The same hour you woke for 50 years. Old habits carrying you to the window. The village below waking. Smoke from cooking fires. Children in the road. The domain your sword built. Living quietly. Your son riding through the village. The farmers bowing. His face carrying the weight correctly. A young Ashigaru passing below your window. Straight back. Eyes forward. Something familiar in how he moves. Level 6. Somewhere a village burning tonight. A child watching from a field. Unable to look away from the swords. A wooden sword on stone steps. A hand reaching for it. A training yard. A boy's face in the dirt. An instructor waiting. The boy getting up. A blade placed in young hands. An instructor looking for fear, finding none. A lord's castle on a hill. Gates opening. Everything behind someone smaller than it was. A battle formation. Drums. The ground shaking from the other side. A sword drawn before the mind decides. 30 seconds. Someone on the ground. A promotion. Land. A village. Farmers bowing. The wait arriving the morning after. A pass held for 3 days. Men carried home who didn't walk out. Names kept forever. A son trained. A sword passed. A house on a hill. A view of the mountain. Level 7. The sword on your wall catching morning light. The same light that caught the traveling samurai's blade 60 years ago. The boy you were. Broom in hand. Unable to look away. The wooden sword on the steps. The walk away, without looking back. The weight of a different life beginning in both hands. Always beginning this way. A fire. A loss. A blade that catches the light. Always costing the same things. The men who don't come back. The sleep that never fully returns. Always giving the same things. A domain. A name. A chair by a window at the end. The instructor always waiting. The boy always getting up. The nod always coming. The castle gates always opening. Someone always walking through for the first time. The sword always heavier than expected. The walk always changing after. Level 8. A child somewhere tonight who cannot look away. They don't know what it costs yet. Nobody tells them. Nobody was told. This is not an accident. The fire teaches. The loss teaches. The wooden sword on the stone steps teaches. Everything after is just the lesson arriving in different forms. The blade. The battle. The dead carried home. The land granted. The son trained. The window at dawn. The village below. The weight finally understood too late to put down. The sword on the wall. Still sharp. Still carrying everything it ever touched. A traveling samurai somewhere, placing something on stone steps and walking away. Not looking back. Never looking back. The looking back is not his part. The picking up is someone else's. Level 9. Someone always picks it up. Someone always walks through the gates. Someone always gets up from the dirt when the instructor waits. Someone always holds the past 3 days, when everyone says it cannot be held. Someone always sits at a window at dawn, wondering where 50 years went. The mountain's still there. The rice fields still green in summer. The village still waking with smoke. The sun still riding. The farmers still bowing. The chain still holding. The fire on the horizon tonight means a child is watching, means a life is about to split open, means a wooden sword will appear on some steps somewhere soon, means the gates will open for someone who has never walked through them before. Level 10. The gates always open. The sword always waits. The instructor always waits longer. The boy always gets up. The cycle never ends. It never even slows.